security was tight at the National Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party. As his embattled National Secretary, Samuel Anyanwu, resumed work at the party secretariat in Abuja. Arise correspondent Friday Oloko filed this report.
Despite fears of a possible clash with another contender for the office of the National Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Samuel Anyanwu dared the odds to resume his secretarial duties. Going spiritual, he sprinkled anointing oil on his seat before sitting down. The fears of possible violence may have informed the presence of the combined team of operatives of the Department of State Services and the Nigeria Police. Anyanwu says the ruling of the appeal court, which recognized that Ude Okoye has been appealed and there is a stay of execution, an allegation Arise News cannot verify.
They are affirming the judgment of the State High Court in Telugu. But as a matter of fact, what the law says that I should appeal. I appeal the matter, appeal for stay of execution, and appeal to the Supreme Court. Obviously, what it means that the position remains as it is until determined by the Supreme Court. Well, the party is intact. What I have to say is that this party belongs to the people, not to an individual, not to a person, not to a group, but to the people. Because this is the only party that took power away from the military. And this party is in every family in Nigeria. So I always ask for our party faithfuls to be strong, to remain firm with the party, and let's work together. It's possible, 2027 is possible for us to get that presidency, which all of us have been suffering for. And that's why we're here anyway.
When contacted, the National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Debo Ologbondiyan, told journalists that the party has not received any stay of execution. He condemned the fact that Anyanwu resorted to self-help. On the party's position, Anyanwu says the views expressed by the National Publicity Secretary, acknowledging Okoye as the National Secretary, were his personal opinion.
That is his opinion, and not the opinion of the party. He only just made a statement, and as the National Publicity Secretary of my party, I wouldn't want to disparage him on the media. Maybe he didn't get the facts correct, or probably he never knew that the matter has been appealed and it's in the court, Supreme Court, and he's a lawyer, so he should understand that that is the position of the law.
The ongoing crisis started after Anyanwu contested for the Imo State governorship election, an exercise he lost to the incumbent Governor Hope Uzodinma. On his return to the party, Okoye had held sway while he was away, challenged his right to return to an office he vacated to contest for an election in his state. Although factional National Secretary Ude Okoye may have stayed away from the party's secretariat, averting a clash by both factions, to political observers, the fate of PDP hangs dangerously on the balance as Okoye's silence stirs suspense.
With all the internal issues within the party persisting, what are the chances that the party will be able to put up a united front to challenge the ruling All Progressives Congress in coming elections? Joining us to discuss this is scholar Ologbondiyan, former National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party. Scholar Ologbondiyan, welcome to the morning show, and Happy New Year to you. First time I'm seeing you this year.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abati. Good morning and Happy New Year to you as well. And Happy New Year to Nigerians who are seeing me for the first time on the Arise television.
Well, quickly, the matter between Senator Anyanwu and Sunday Ude Okoye. Quarrel, conflict, chaos, protest over the position of the National Secretary of the PDP. Now, Debo Ologbondiyan, the Publicity Secretary, says it is Anyanwu, it is Ude Okoye that has been legitimately, legally, declared as the National secretary by the Court of Appeal, and that the party has not received any notice. That's one. If you have information in that regard to help us clarify that. And then the second is the issue, the allegation by Mr. Ologbondiyan that there is external interference, there is a third-party intervention, and that perhaps this is the All Progressive Congress trying to destabilize the PDP. Is it the APC destabilizing the APC, or the PDP has its own internal issues that have not been resolved since, well, God knows when? Over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abati. First and foremost, I want to say that as a member of the People's Democratic Party, whatever Barrister Adebo Ologbondiyan comes out to say is the official position of the People's Democratic Party as the substantive National Public Secretary of the party. So I cannot detach from whatever Ologbondiyan has come out to say in respect of the issues within the party. And Ologbondiyan has forthrightly said that legitimately and constitutionally that Sunday Ude Okoye is the person recognized by the party. And until he says otherwise, I think that his position is valid. On the issue of external assault from the APC or the principals in the APC, Dr. Ruben Abati, you will recall that at every situation in which we have discussed PDP on this platform, in which I have been involved, I've always made the position known that there are attempts to reduce the People's Democratic Party to a branch or an arm of the All Progressives Congress. And I've also went further to say that the involvement of the former presidential aspirant on the platform of the party and current minister of FCT, and I mean former governor of Rivers, Nyesom Wike, in the governance of the All Progressives Congress has created a room that can lead to the collapse of the People's Democratic Party. That is a fact. So if Ologbondiyan is saying these two issues, I think largely I subscribe to them.
All right, I'm not sure in terms of the, so you're indicating that you agree, or at least to the extent that Mr. Ologbondiyan said, that there might be some external influences in the crisis that the PDP is experiencing currently. Are you saying that there are no issues, even within the party, that ought to be sorted, and perhaps the issues within the party has opened the door for external influence to have its impact in the party?
Ayo, good morning.
Good morning.
We are, whichever way we look at it, whichever way we look at it, I think basically the issue, like a proverb says, that if there's no split on the wall, the lizard cannot come in.
That's right.
So definitely there will be issues in the party, and this, how much these issues are managed is on one side, and how external influences come into them to finally disrupt and reduce the party to nothingness is also there. And that is the circumstance, that is the situation that the party is facing, even as we speak currently. Yes, there are issues in the party. One, for instance, in the case of the national chairman, the North Central believes that the position should return back to the North Central. Ilyas Madamagun is from Northeast and is occupying that position. And no matter how long he continues to stay there, he's staying there illegitimately. It's an issue in the party. The one concerning the national secretary, Senator Sam Ayahu contested for governor of Imo State. And the Southeast people said that, oh, okay, you have gone for governorship. We are replacing you with Ude Okoye. The issue has gone into judiciary gymnastics. And today, as of December 20th, Sunday Ude Okoye has been got a judgment from the Court of Appeal in Enugu, validating him as the National Secretary. He has published his judgment. He has brought it out before the world. This is a judgment validating him as the National Secretary of the party. Senator Sam Ayahu has come out to say that, oh, you got a judgment, or sorry, you got another, whatever, a stay of execution. I'm not a lawyer. It's Dr. Abati that will understand all these issues. that he got a stay of execution from the Supreme Court or wherever, asking that Ude Okoye cannot resume. These are issues in the party. But what we are saying is this: how can issues of the party lead to truckload of policemen coming to take over the party or coming to station at the party? If these are issues, because these are issues that ordinarily the National Working Committee of the party, who manages the day-by-day affairs of the party, should be able to go into a meeting and come out and say, look, going by the decision of the court, which they have done already, we recognize Ude Okoye. And if there is a superior court order, again, okay, we have resumed, we will come back again. Going by this new court order, it's no longer Sunday Ude Okoye, it's Sam Anyanwu. I think this not people going into the party secretariat in a brigandage. I think that's wrong. That's awful.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Now, I believe insanity is defined as doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting a different outcome. In this case, it's a new year, 2025, but we're seeing a recurrence of the same issues, same topics, same themes within the PDP. So one has to dig deeper to the foundational challenges. So my question to you is, do you think it's actually possible, or rather, what will it take for the PDP to be able to overcome the whims of the personal ambitions of a few individuals? Because ultimately, when one looks at this, one can zero in on it and say, well, Sam Anyanwu is a man who is favored by Nyesom Wike, and this is the nexus of this entire struggle. What will it take for the PDP to overcome the fact that the ambition of a few individuals or the whims of a few individuals have left the party in tatters when you should be preparing for 2027?
Well, Vimbai, good morning as well. I think the question is very troubling. And I say it's troubling because the way and manner in which the issues are being taken, they are not in conformity with the precedents, with the history, with the constitutionality of the People's Democratic Party. Okay, take the issue of the acting national chairman. You became acting national chairman by the virtue of the fact that Section 47(6) of the Constitution says that you can be. And it also says that, when the people bring forth a replacement, you vacate. But the whole thing has all been messed up in a manner that you don't even know where to start, where to take up from. Look at the issue of national secretary. Okay, in the case of the Southeast matter, largely 85 to 95% of the people of the Southeast, leaders from the Southeast, if you call any of them and ask them, they will tell you that, they have nominated Sunday Ude Okoye and that they have gotten a court judgment to back it up. But what do you find? You find, like I said earlier on, a judicial gymnastics that is throwing things anyhow, and at the end of the day, these issues are not resolved. And it goes beyond that. I think either you or I or somebody mentioned the fact that, these interests are flying on the wings of aspirations and all that. And I think it was Vimbai. And I wanted to ask Vimbai that, okay, if you say that, Senator Sam Anyanwu has the support of whatever the interest of Minister Nyesom Wike is. Okay, so who are we going to say his support is in the interest, what's his name? Ude Okoye's interest is supplanted upon. So sometimes if you look at the whole melee, you will now see that, look, all these things are being generated, all these crises are being generated to make sure that the party does not have its cohesion, it does not have its unity. It must differ so that the people who are in government, who have a party in government, the party that is in government will be able to suppress the other opposition parties in a manner that they will be reduced to the level of just contesting election at the subnational, and they will not be able to participate in a national election. This is my reading, and it comes from my own assessment of the situation.
Okay, Ologbondiyan, crisis within the PDP seems to be worsening. You have at least blamed one person who has one leg inside, one leg outside, but I think it goes beyond one person. Do you have any hope, any shred of optimism that the PDP will be able to organize itself ahead of the 2027 general elections? The NWC is fighting. The BOT says it is trying to keep the crisis within the family. I don't know to what extent the Board of Trustees is doing that. There are speculations that some of your governors may be planning to defect to the APC. The chairman of the PDP in Rivers State has just been removed by court order. Anywhere you look, anywhere, in whatever direction, the party looks like it's imploding, truly, and there's no pretense about it. We've passed the stage where people can say, oh, it's a family affair. This is more than a family affair. Do you have any optimism that this party will survive?
Well, to be honest with you, Dr. Abati, it largely depends on how the party itself works itself out. And I'm happy that you mentioned the fact that, the National Working Committee should be able to pull themselves together and provide the required leadership. And that is where all these issues come in. What is the disposition of the National Working Committee? Those who have been elected to run the affairs of the party, what is their disposition? Are they ready? Are they prepared to provide the required leadership? Well, if you ask me, I'll be ambivalent. I can't say yes or no. Because as we speak now, clearly, it does appear that, the acting chairman and the acting chairman, the ousted national secretary, the national organizing secretary, right, they are on one stream. The other members are on another stream in respect of the situations occurring in the party. So, but the weeks ahead and the days ahead looks very promising. So we'll see how they can achieve purpose.
Thank you so much. Ending on an optimistic note that the weeks and days ahead look quite hopeful. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.